it kind of helped them advance. I mean, do you think this was a conspiracy?
Gotta go with Jacob Butter. Gotta go
No,
lefty.
we're talking about the players. That's tournament champion into the podcast.
There he is, right there.
Oh, he doesn't even know how to watch. Go to youtube.com and search Down Lane Podcast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Down Lane Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Haines, and with me is the assistant to the
Santa
host,
Claus.
Anthony, the little elf, Scaccia,
I'm from the North Pole.
the North Pole.
Yes.
You're not from the South Pole. You're not a South Pole elf. You're not an
I'm
angry
not a
elf.
South Pole elf. I'm a North Pole elf. And happy about being a North Pole elf. And I'm Santa's helper. I'm working on the Claus-O-Matic or whatever that is. That me and Buddy helped fix last time.
The Clausometer.
Clausometer.
Welcome to our Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
It's almost that time of year. 2 more days. Can you believe it? 2 more days? No, 3 more days. 3 more days. I can't do math. I got my Santa hat on. Thanks to Austin.
We talking our big tournament
Austin.
on Saturday.
We got a big. Oh yeah, we got a big.
We can throw that out there.
Big 24-lane tournament on Saturday. Forgot about
Huge.
that. Before we get into everything, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell to get alerts from the channel. Don't forget to chat with us live tonight. We got some things to talk about. We're going to. A couple of us are going to exchange gifts, right, Austin? We brought gifts for each other.
Yeah, we got some gifts.
Yeah, right. And
I believe Christmas shouldn't be.
about gifts.
We shouldn't be
About gifts.
Shut
gathering
up.
about gifts. It's about baby Jesus and
It's
his
about
birthday.
giving, is what it is. It's about giving.
And I give you guys my 100% attention every week.
30%.
Hey, 30%
And then,
of the time, it's 100%
30%
time.
more than I give normal people.
I had a thought this week that occurred to me after bowling in the regional a couple weeks ago. What? Are you staring at my Santa hat? Basically, I thought maybe we would talk about bowling's not-so-glorious lifestyle.
The RVs.
I don't think anybody's doing that anymore.
Oh.
So we'll talk about that, and yeah, we'll get into what I was thinking about after we bowled the regional in Binghamton. What's up, Michael? Merry Christmas! Thanks for watching. So before we get into all of our good stuff, Anthony, how was your week this week?
Well, I'd like to welcome all my fans back. I don't understand what's so funny about that.
I'm trying to count them all.
I can count on one hand. How's my week? Let's see. Today was all right. Had some issues with some Joe pose because my brain didn't work.
Weird.
Came out pretty good though, but then it came out, not so great because I didn't have another bit that was deeper, so I used my turbo bit, not thinking that hey, these things screw in a half an inch to an inch. And fit came out good. The guy's thumb just hit the bottom of the slug. So my apologies.
Got a real professional here.
So thanks, Sarah. It's great to hear from you again. How's down under? Anyways, so I bowled last night, and we got to talk about last night. Should I talk about last night?
We can talk about last night.
Last night we bowled on 2019 doubles and singles pattern from USBC Open Championships. Pre-COVID, so they were hard, and
They were hard for you. Yep.
I shot 588, I think actually. I don't like where this is. I like this better. So I didn't bowl too terrible. 588, I think I had. I missed a spare in there, so that could have been 598.
Merry Christmas, Stanley.
Merry Christmas. And 598 could have happened if I didn't miss a 7. Had some splits in there. I warmed up with like a GB2 and a what else did I warm up with?
I believe you threw your rattler.
Yeah, that was in the
That was
first game.
later.
I just warmed up with a GB2. It looked pretty good, and then I
You might
said,
have thrown the one a couple shots in practice.
no, I went up and grabbed it and surfaced it, and then went through it in the first frame. I thought it was gonna look good.
Snap.
No, it wasn't too snappy. Just didn't recover strong enough. I don't think there was enough service on it with a weaker layout on kind of a mid-range ball. But anyways, I bowled pretty good last night. I give myself probably like a B. I thought it was an average performance. 580 is pretty good on that with no purple hammer. And then I found some ways to play the lanes, got a little more comfortable after everything was over. Used some different balls, was testing. So it was a pretty good week. Monday I shot 1020. Tuesday I shot 730. I mean, big match tonight against Austin's dad, and I know he's probably in the hot tub right now getting ready to rumble. So
Getting his old joints loosened up.
He was already past that phase when I left.
Oh, I'm sure he came in today and it's like, you ready for tonight? And I was like, nah, not really.
Not after last night.
No, I'm definitely ready to go. And yeah, it was a pretty good week though overall. Did I bowl this weekend?
No.
No, I worked.
Yeah, no, nothing.
not bowl.
Nothing was going on.
Nope.
Yeah, last night.
Did anybody ask? How was your night last night, Kyle?
You know what?
Why don't you wait till somebody,
Ask. Well, you never usually do.
How was last night?
Because
Austin bowled as well, so we get Austin's take too.
Yep. Last night was definitely difficult. It was a hard shot because it is the OCs. But
I will say that the pattern, not to jump in, but was completely different than the other stuff we've been previously bowling on. I thought like the stuff that had worked previously on 42 feet in the previous quarters.
Oh, you mean for the Wednesday night challenge that we've been bowling in?
Yes, because we can really compare those pretty well. Same lane surface, same lane, same oil machines.
So yeah, we've been bowling on a lot of IBF,
International Bowling Federation, and the first session we did just kind of some random ones.
Right,
we just did a random one. This one is a USBC quarter.
Yeah, a lot
different shape.
Right. So like we've talked a lot about this the last couple of years, learning about lane patterns, about how they are more cliffed, right, when they're harder. And I think that
what do you mean by cliffed, Kyle?
Well, so basically,
do you mean cliffed as in I throw it to the right in the hooks and I throw in the middle and it goes too straight?
No. What I mean is the end of the pattern from front to back is less buff from where it's oiling, where the oil application stops to where the end of the pattern is. There's less buff there, and then there's also a shorter reverse buffer drop. So if the pattern is 42 feet,
I hate to tell you, but I say shorter reverse buffer drop, but people call that longer reverse buffer drop.
Fair enough.
So let's say it's closer to the end of the pattern.
Yes, the reverse buffer drop. So where the buffer drops to the lane
on the way back.
On the way back from the pin deck, it is closer to the end of the pattern.
Yes.
So that it creates a very sharp, we'll call it a sharp end of the pattern. So the ball gets to the end and wants to snap left.
Yeah.
Pizza Wings! Happy Christmas, Pizza Wings.
I freaking love that guy. Or gal, whatever you are.
So
just
basically, it seemed like I didn't even read the patterns for the IBF patterns. I just from bowling on them, they did seem more tapered at the end. They felt more tapered because they felt more playable. Whereas the USBC patterns always seem much more difficult. The ratios are similar, whereas they're 2.5, but they seem more difficult because when the ball leaves the pattern, it is an instant change of direction, depending on the ball that you're using.
Yeah,
but
I will say that what surprised me, this might strike you off as like, why does your brain work that way? The lane machine was done very quick last night.
I wasn't paying attention.
That's what I paid attention to, because all of a sudden
the speed's a lot faster.
Yeah. So in a sense, if the speed is faster, it carries more oil down lane. So that could be why they're not as tapered, possibly. I didn't look at the graph
part of
either.
The reason, sure.
Right, but I'm just saying it got done quicker. So, that's kind of interesting to me. It's quickerly done versus the other ones.
His English is so gooder.
Yeah. So that was just interesting to see. That surprised me. And then playing them last night, I could not believe how, I don't want to say hard, because I don't think a lane pattern is hard anymore. I don't know what you guys think. I don't try to use the word hard. I try to use, I just think they really make your area, or finding the right shape or ball, or however you might look at it, they make it harder to find.
Listen,
I don't find it hard.
It's hard. It's challenging. Like you have to choose the right ball. So I said this after the regional last time, because I may have not said it on the show, but I said it to your dad. We were bowling in the league. Okay, so a couple of things. It was both after the regional and in the league, but it was this one statement to your dad. I said, I was hitting the pocket all night, but I brought a couple of balls that just were too strong and they were too lazy down lane. By strong, I mean they were just
hooking earlier,
hooking way early. And
we both second shift though, so
right.
Just keep that in mind.
So they were hooking way early. I was in the pocket all night, corner pins all night long, right? Back row all night long because that's what it is. What it is. But so I was saying to him, I just don't have the right balls tonight. I was trying lofting, I was trying hand position, but I only bring my spare ball and
Did you try to throw harder?
2 balls. Yeah. Well, no, not with the way my shoulder was. But anyway, so you know how your dad is, and he knows how he is. He's a 1-ball pony. He likes to use 1 ball if he can.
If my biggest hooking ball don't hook, I don't want to play no more. Dad, hook is front to back. Not how I look at it.
Oh man,
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get your butt kicked after this show.
I hope he watches.
He's gonna storm us in here.
He's gonna come right in.
So no, but what we were talking about was where was I going? So I said you need to have the right ball to give you the most area. So like even though I was in the pocket all night, I was not striking, even on the house shot. So what I said about this brings me to the regional. I said to Marcel, who is a friend of ours, and I said to your dad, I said, at the regional, Jason Cornog, who lapped the field by 200 pins, it's not that he was somehow more exceptional than everyone else by hitting his target on every single shot. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. He's obviously really good. But he picked the right ball that weekend, and he had the most area out of everybody.
Let's be honest. I've come to find out one thing about the Cornog lefty. We bowled on like I've seen him bowl multiple times now, and I'm pretty sure every time he just brings 9 urethane balls.
And what do you bring? No, you've grown. I'm joking. But
what do you mean I've grown?
You used to bring 9 urethane balls. We used to call you Kingsford, remember?
Dude, I still do bring 9 urethane balls.
And 3 resins, I know.
Of course. I mean, that's Nationals bag is already set. But yeah, I mean, I kind of think it's interesting. Yeah, he didn't choose the right ball. He just had a bunch of purple hammers. By the way, he's got 2 drilled for 2-handed, and he's got like 5 drilled for 1-handed.
Really?
Yeah, he would throw 2-handed, and in the Glens Falls regional, he threw a backup ball 2-handed.
Wow.
And it went in the gutter, and then he didn't use it anymore.
So the whole point of that story
he had the
was
right ball, and he was able to create area.
I'm not discounting anything that he did that weekend, because obviously he's very good.
Yeah, he's
but he is not any more talented than Jason Sterner or Greg Tack or I'm trying to remember who all the other really good guys that were there that weekend.
I just had to.
I'm still reeling for names. I
had to do that.
Anthony Scaccia.
That's right.
No,
but I didn't throw urethane either.
No, but seriously, what I'm saying is he's not any better than the top tier guys that were there. It's just that he had maybe he excelled that weekend, but he had the right equipment for that pattern, for that house, for that weekend.
Yeah. I can attest to that. You know, if you get the magic pill, man, I mean, you're gonna be doing good. You know, last night I thought, you know, we go into this pattern, and I mean, more often than not, I can throw a few different things here and there, regardless of ratio, regardless of whatever. You know, I can kind of figure out how to play them. Last night I felt like ball choice was a little more narrowed down, which is okay because I have a pretty good base for nationals. I don't really feel like I would have to drill anything for that. Because I use a lot of strong pin stuff anyways, and I feel like on that type of a pattern where there might have been more oil down lane, which it kind of felt like there was, or the lanes are a little tighter, I could use some stronger pin stuff to get it into a roll a little bit better. But, you know, I ended up on the other patterns, I could end up finding some areas somewhere on that one last night. Going to nationals, whatever, we've bowled many times, we know it works. I've never really found a lot of area or seen it the right way until I thought, regardless, we're still not nationals here, but before, we bowled on these quite a bit. I haven't found anything to find me some area. So I did find a ball that gave me some area and gave me pretty straight. And I noticed that, I think it's about this much, but it's probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
But once I kind of got that, the purple resin, it was a purple resin ball. It was a stronger pin ball, same layout as my urethane, so it's kind of interchangeable. But what happened was it gave me, I'm just going to say 3 boards. It probably gave me more than that, but I'm just going to say in my mind, it gave me 3 boards. It gave me a board to the right and a board to the left. Obviously, it's probably more. I'm just going to use it as
especially down lane.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what I mean. It gave me area down lane. It didn't necessarily give me area in the front part of the lane, but as it projected, when it got to the left a little bit, it would roar up. And when I got to the right a little bit, it would kind of delay. So it looked like it was the perfect ball, because after that, I started bowling a lot better. And then I watched you guys bowl. You threw a strong pin face too.
Yep.
Awesome. We bowled together. You threw some asymmetrical stuff. You probably needed a symmetrical ball in there too. Just off the top of my head, but your grips also changed. So how many balls do you have ready to go? Like 5 or 6. So, anyways, yeah, looking at that, I think that the magic pill is always the most important thing to get. If you can get to it, I don't think you don't need the right ball to score. You just need not the wrong one.
It's true.
So like you don't need to have like for example,
it's not the exact matchup. It's just something close.
There probably is something that could be perfect.
Purple hammer.
Yeah, of course. But at the end of the event, I probably look at more of, well, did I make a good ball choice? Was it the right ball for the time, for the transition part? I'm left-handed, so I know people. I don't get a lot of it. But for you guys, and I'm sure we'll get into it, like your transition games weren't the best.
Well, that's the thing, that's my biggest
and
problem.
You ended up having probably the wrong ball last game for 170.
Well, I went through all of them that I had, and none of them worked. So
you should have brought another bag.
It's late at night.
Also, it depends on what you brought in.
I carrying 9 balls to league bowling. So
yeah, well, I left a bunch in here, so I was lucky. But I ended up going to that one, and then I tried some at the end, and the Rattler was pretty good from that spot. It's a little quicker down lane, so it didn't give me. I don't feel like it gave me as much area as the reactive did. And then I threw actually a Bigfoot hybrid, which is still shined, and that gave me a boatload of room down lane too. So there was some stuff in there. And then the GB, as I moved in a little bit more, obviously I probably wore out the left a little bit, but we're talking transition, because you do get 6 games on those patterns. I was able to throw about like 4 or 5 different balls and actually get the ball to roll the right way through the pins. I threw a whole heck of a lot of strikes when we got done. But you don't necessarily think you need the right, if you're going to play the middle of the lane, you need to have not the wrong ball for the middle of the lane. Like you can't have a ball that rolls forward in the middle of the lane.
Right.
If you're going to you want to play straighter, you probably can't have a ball that's going to try and go sideways down lane. You want it to be a little more early and even if you got to look at ball mechanics. So just don't have the wrong ball.
Yeah. And I switched to the track Paragon hybrid, and that it hit the pocket. Again, I was leaving corner pin or 10 pin. So I got out of it. And then at the end of the night, I tried it again and just moved a little bit. And it worked.
Did you make the jump left?
I can't remember if I tried left with that one. I don't think I did. But again, we had soup in the middle. Like it didn't hook in the middle of the lane.
I had the same type of feel with my Prism Warp, and we got done with the 3 games, and I swear to you, I jumped 7 boards left, and that thing looked like a whole new ball.
Nick did the same thing. He moved a bunch left, and he said, "Man, I should have moved even further."
We agreed with each other. We looked at both each other and said we probably should have made the jump at game 2.
I probably should have moved left too.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Move left. So what else did you notice last night?
What do you mean? Move left and hit it hard. When do we not say that?
I still struggle with speed. Ball speed mostly now.
Yeah.
I have no trouble getting the ball through the lane right now.
It hooks a
I
lot.
get it through the lane a little too much now.
So now it gets off your hand fast, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you got your new grip, and so maybe it's getting off a little cleaner.
Well, he could probably surface it too.
Freaking bazooking it down the lane, trying to make.
That's what, but I'm saying it's getting off your hand cleaner and easier. So
Yeah,
maybe getting through the lane faster.
Yeah, but I probably took a mile an hour off when after we got done, and I finally moved left and just kind of let the ball do the work.
Yeah.
And a whole different reaction.
Yeah.
Not even close to what I saw in the 3 games.
Yeah. They were definitely tricky, though, compared to other patterns we've bowled on.
Yeah.
Way different shape, which you hear the pros talk about, too.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about. You get used to the PBA stuff, then you go to this, and it's like, whoa.
So different.
There's
But
oil down lane.
And they're not, they're not playable like the PBA patterns. Like, they're not playable in multiple locations.
Right. That's what we talked about. That's why our tournament club
You
went
have
to
to get
PBA.
your ball to the one spot.
Yeah, they give
on the
you
USBC pattern.
they give you not a lot of area.
But I did notice, and it was the same thing I did this year in Nationals, and I made the change too late, again in doubles and singles. I started to get that back and forth reaction from the right, and at Nationals, I made the decision I'm just going to jump left and get to a strong ball. I didn't make that decision last night, but after I got done, I was like, that was the same situation I put myself in at Nationals last year, and I didn't make the decision quick enough. So that was definitely like a wake up call. Like,
put in your freaking notes.
You just got to do it.
Just jump 5 at least.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
see what happens.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It worked there.
I know with my phase 2, I moved like 2 or 4, and I want to say it was too lazy. That's why I switched. I wanted a cleaner and snappier reaction, and the track just laughed at my face.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I got the same thing.
It's a hybrid.
I left 2 10 pins in a row with the Prism Warp and got out of it. I switched right out of it.
Yeah.
And after we got done, that was the ball I should have stuck with probably for a good portion of game 2 and 3.
All right, shall we get into Christmas?
Well, that's right. I don't have anything for you guys. Sorry.
So last year, I got you guys Christmas gifts,
It's still here.
and
They're still here.
Austin never uses his. It's not real.
It's a pretty good microphone. I'm not gonna lie.
What was that?
It was
Is
better
it frozen?
it was better than the last quality one we had. For
Was
him.
it frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. I have it.
So this year, we were tasked with getting each other Christmas gifts.
We were not tasked. Okay.
Oh, we were. And
yesterday we were tasked.
And you had 24. Were you about to say that some people have to work for a living?
Some people didn't have time. I was gonna say.
Oh my god! What time did you get up this morning?
Dude,
Afternoon. What time did you get up this afternoon?
I don't know, 9 a.m. I think.
Oh,
I woke up late today
please.
as well.
Yeah, and Austin got his yesterday. I got mine.
You got us
Austin
cards?
also got us hats. Austin really
Do you guys want to?
kicked it this year.
You guys
No, we
wanna-
don't want your burrito.
No, do you guys want my my lunchbox?
No.
Good, your
No.
son gave it to me.
I hope you feel publicly shamed right now.
I don't feel a thing.
So maybe I'll just keep yours for myself.
That's fine. It looks like a Dunkin' Donuts
All
gift
right,
card.
you go first, Austin. Let's.
Maybe I'll just buy
Oh,
you.
by the
guys
way, here's
belated Christmas.
here's Austin's Christmas hat that he got himself. Frosty the Snowman. What's up?
I like that one.
So I went with practical this year.
Okay.
For both of you guys.
Practical.
Kyle's is related to some recent issues we've had,
Oh boy.
and
I don't know what that
Anthony's
means.
is just an issue
brain?
I see Anthony all the time have. So that's Anthony's.
Okay. There you go. Ooh, that's heavy.
That's Kyle's.
That's heavy.
It's earrings.
You go first. This is live, so take your
Also,
time.
That's the best I can wrap.
This is really good
Yeah,
wrapping.
this is fantastic wrapping. Like, very good. I didn't even wrap it.
I
just
feel bad now.
stuffed
Now
it
I have
in
to
the
get you
card.
guys gifts,
You should feel bad.
but I don't feel public. Is this a shaver?
I mean,
need
people
one of
are-
those.
You might use
The
that.
people
tonight.
are used to.
Oh my god! A hand warmer? Look at this, people.
If anybody knows,
If
Anthony
all I
is
want
constantly
an
cold.
Anthony guided shop. You want a tour, buddy? You
Oh,
literally
that's
see
not a
my-
bad
We
idea.
could probably
This
erase
is basically it.
You
though,
literally
guys.
see the
This
whole
is it.
thing.
This is
Like,
the
this
whole
is-
thing.
this-
All you can't. The only thing you can't see is the back wall.
Yeah, like yeah, it's small, but
Yeah,
we can probably do
Tour
that.
the shop. All right.
This is a great idea. Adjustable.
It's an
heat.
electronic hand
Yeah, it's
warmer.
rechargeable.
How much did you spend on this? Because now I feel.
That's not how Christmas works.
I know,
That's right.
but I understand, but I feel terrible because this is a great freaking idea.
So if anybody doesn't know, well, although you
I
saw
saved
the
up my
last
lunch money.
episode,
yeah,
Anthony is constantly freezing.
I run cold. My body's messed up. I don't know why. So a hand warmer is genius. This was the best idea. Is that a light?
So
Headlamps.
we have so many issues on our podcast with lighting. I just want to make sure while you're looking up in those chimneys that you can see everything you're looking at.
Nice. Thank you. I
Do you
love
really
it.
need headlamps?
I love it. Oh man, nice. These are freaking bright too. These are some bright lights.
You better be careful. You better put sunglasses on
Yeah. Sunglasses with my headlamps.
just to make sure you're safe.
Oh, thanks, Austin.
Well, now you know what
Thank
to get
you.
him. You can get him sunglasses.
All right, I got you both the same exact thing.
Is it Stewart's gift card?
No,
Is it a card that has your handwriting in it?
no.
Is it?
All right, shut up. So, all right, so a lot of we don't joke with you guys, but with each other, we joke about how much money we don't make doing the podcast.
Did you actually write me a handwritten note?
So I thought I would get you guys.
Did we get a paycheck?
So I thought I'd get you guys Christmas bonuses.
Oh my gosh, we got a paycheck.
I can see something through it. Looks
Yeah,
like
but
lines.
it's a chance of a Christmas bonus. It's seriously not
Did
even.
you take this out
So this is
Is
really
this what
gonna
we
tell us
spent on
what
my
you're
end?
not.
This is the worst Christmas present you
Did
could
at least
ever
get
get.
yourself one?
No,
So if I win, do I have to share this with the podcast crew?
no, but you have to buy us like all brand new equipment.
All right, that's cool. I like
Yeah,
that. I like that
depends how
idea.
much you win.
Yeah,
All right,
so
Austin actually
I got
did-
you guys scratch offs because they're like the worst Christmas gifts ever because
They are holiday scratch offs.
they are holiday scratch offs. But basically, you spend a few bucks and then it's like, here, you may or may not have Christmas.
I gotta be honest, I get them as a stocking stuffer every year.
Yeah.
And I've won every year.
Oh, well, you're a lucky son of a gun.
Hey.
Maybe you'll get a few $1,000s.
I cut my nails too short. Oh my god!
All right, so
man.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Thanks
I hope
for-
you
Merry
win.
Christmas, everyone.
I hope that I get you guys.
Austin,
a
these
great
are
gift.
very thoughtful gifts, I must say.
Sarah came after you.
Let's go, Sarah. That's right. Pick a ball off the wall right now, both of you.
Oh, done and done. We
Hey,
got free bowling balls.
Hey, that's recorded.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh man. All right. Well, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell to get alerts. We're going to move on to our next segment here. You can also check out our Etsy shop to get some sweet DLP gear like sweatshirts,
Lefty
and
love.
t-shirts, and hats and stuff. And don't forget to check out the YouTube channel as we release some videos and whatnot. Thank you. And we got our USBC Open Championships videos for games 1, 2, and 3 out there. So if you guys are going to the OCs, you can see how we
Hey, look at
did.
this thing.
I see it. You can see how we did last
See how hard
year,
it gets.
and
Doesn't need to be charged.
we finished
I don't
100
know.
and
I'm scared. It's right up there. Oh, 120th.
100,
Around 120th.
yeah, 120th or something like that, and you'll be able to
Watch it.
check that out. Yes,
Check out
thank
my
you,
front-
Sarah Wilbull, for food.
Check
You
out
got
my
it.
front 10.
Thanks to Joey. Yeah, and you can see in game 1, Anthony shot 289 that game.
Yeah, I gagged again. That's 2 years in a row with the front 9 or more. I had the front 9 the year before and the front 10 the year after. This year I'm going to make it 12.
Maybe, or 11.
You know, you're optimistic,
You
Kyle.
can skip the 11, I think, right?
Why not? It's just one more strike.
All right.
You know, pizza wings. I'm gonna have to make a guided thing for pizza wings. I'm gonna have to make a guided shop.
All right,
Or,
so
yeah.
let's get into our topic of the night here. The not so glorious lifestyle of bowling. So this I was thinking about the regional last week and or 2 weeks ago, whenever it
I
was.
think about that every day.
I think about like my performance and how lackluster it was. Well, how I basically fell apart and choked and was a disaster and a piece of garbage. Anyway, so
Uh-oh. I
All
turned
right.
it on. I don't know what to do.
so what I was getting at was I was thinking about how. All right, I'll tell you this story. All right, we'll go this direction. It was at the end of my block. All right, because this
Cal Bull Day.
what's that?
You Bull Day squad.
Right. This gentleman, who is a prominent national touring professional, was coming in for B squad. So I'm in the men's room, taking a pee-pee.
Making pay.
And I'm in the urinal, and I turn around after I'm done, heading for the hand washing station, also known as a sink.
Mhm.
And I turn around, and the guy's got his pants completely off, standing there in his underwear.
Good for him.
And just because he's changing his pants, like into his bowling pants,
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
Because he must have shown up in like sweatpants or something.
That's what I did. I
Yeah.
mean, I got changed in my truck.
Yeah.
People were looking at me.
Because it was like 20 degrees out.
Yeah.
It was cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also 20 degrees in the bowling alley. But anyway, side note. So
In the urinal.
So it got me thinking, like, all right, let me back up a little bit and think about, like, whenever I watch golf, I know we always bring up golf, but even other sports, football, baseball, whatever, and they show these like grandiose videos or whatever of
How about college?
college football.
They have like $65 million facilities.
Yeah. And they show the locker rooms and the clubhouses and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm in the bathroom taking a whiz next to a national touring pro who's got to change his pants in the one stall bathroom in Binghamton. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you shake hands?
no, but like, this is just the level difference of where bowling is compared to of all of the other sports. I'm just saying, we're just not in a glorious.
So you were talking about the unglorious thing.
Yeah, we are.
So what do you expect?
Inglorious.
What do you expect for a commercial business? What do you expect them to do?
That's
What, are you talking about the bowling alley, or are you talking
bowling
about
alley?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you expect to happen at a regional?
I had a great rebuttal that I wasn't going to text to Kyle when
Good.
we talked about this earlier.
So should I shut up?
It kind of involves what you're getting at. I know where you're getting at.
All right.
So I understand where you're coming from, but
mhm.
that is one specific team for the most part. Golfing's a little different, but the difference between golfing is they know they're going to have PGA events.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're also a
Also locker
country
room.
club.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they, there's reasons for them to have those nice facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling alleys,
mm-hmm.
the majority of your money is from an 8-year-old kid coming to bowl 3 games.
Birthday parties.
With his mom.
Yeah.
So having a $50,000 bathroom / changing room isn't really.
I get it. Well, I'm not blaming. Don't get me wrong. This wasn't blaming like the bowling alley or anything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the sport as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, it's just funny to me, like the level difference between
the money and the amount of awareness there is towards
stuff
like that.
And like, you could be at a national tour stop too, right? And like, everybody who's watching the pros bowl like could just be standing there in the back, right? And like, that's one way to do it. Pizza wings, no pants allowed solution.
I love this.
Jeremy would enjoy that
one. But like, you can be standing in the back and be like, you know what? I'll be right back. I gotta go to hit the head. And then, there could be a pro right in that bathroom with you. You know what I mean? Because there's like no separate facilities for the regular folk,
the upper echelon,
and then the bowlers. You know what I mean? So like, that's all I'm getting at is just like, it's just, there is no glorious life. They're all just us.
No,
you know what I mean?
They're all traveling. Like, if they want to travel, most of the time they get a group of 4 or 5 guys.
That's something else I was going to bring up.
It's not like a college football team where you get on a bus that's air conditioned and, this crazy.
My car's air conditioned.
On that certain. It's not a rental bus. Like, the college owns that bus.
Yeah.
And you're traveling the country in a minivan stacked.
Yeah. Or a Kia Sorento.
Yeah. Rental cars, all the hotels.
So what do you expect the solution to be, Kyle?
There is no solution.
I don't know that I'm looking for a solution per se. I was just enamored with this thought that I had that like, man, it's such a different lifestyle for a professional athlete compared to the other professional sports that are popular.
So I could get golf. I mean, you can't really compare golf because it's not a country club. So they do have changing rooms and locker rooms, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, bowling alleys did have locker rooms as well.
Some did. I mean, not a lot around here. I
Back
don't know
in the
about
day.
I don't know about the old ones
Yeah,
that
back in the day, I'm sure.
a
they
lot of the
had
old
some-
ones that closed down. Maybe they did have actual locker rooms that I never
Yeah,
saw. But
I know. Yeah, that'd be cool. But like, so do you think that if we were to host an event, Kyle, am I gonna have to
A tent outside.
put up like like one of those things that goes like around like a changing screen? Like, should I do that? Like, would I have to do that? Do you think that would be a viable option, or do you think that'd just be silly? Because if you're gonna talk about a guy changing his pants in the bathroom, which, to be honest with you, I was just gonna change outside because that's just how I roll. I just was gonna open the car door, take my knickers off, and throw the new knickers on. Okay, but there was a family that I did not see on the porch with their dog. So I felt as if that was not the safest thing to do. Yes, the medical tents might be an absolutely phenomenal idea.
Yeah.
But
You'll have to have one employee holding a privacy screen for the entrance.
yeah, but so do you think that bowling alley should be providing a space at our PBA event for players to get changed?
Maybe it's not that it's providing a new space. Maybe it's part of the requirements of the PBA that they have if they have
Like
a party
changing
room.
station,
So
like
Well,
a
not
station.
just a change, but like maybe if they have a party room that is the designated, just like they have
The paddock.
the paddock for the bowling balls. Maybe there's another room that is for like the locker room. That's not locker room for bowling balls, but
Quote,
locker room
unquote,
for dressing or changing or whatever. But
Okay.
I mean, I feel like most of the time, most guys are probably already there
Dressed
dressed.
most of the time.
They're staying in their hotel rooms down the street.
I don't think
I think
of
in this case, this gentleman was nearby and drove in his car for a couple hours in his sweatpants and then changed his pants.
that's what I did.
Right. But like it just
I was going to do it while
funny to
driving,
me.
but I thought
Yeah.
that was dangerous.
That is definitely dangerous.
Cruise control.
Yeah, autopilot.
Cruise control doesn't stop it though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that's kind of, I mean, that's tough because I've changed plenty of times on a baseball field.
Professional baseball field?
No. But, I mean, I did play in a professional stadium for a year. We did have locker rooms, yes, blah, 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 blah. But, like, when we went to other places, we didn't get, like, a locker room or anything to, like, store our stuff in. Like, you go to the field and you play. Like,
Right.
So, like, when you're playing in 95-degree heat, sometimes the coaches let you wear shorts during warm-ups or in BP and stuff like that before the actual game time starts because then you got to have pants on. But we would just change our pants right there. I mean, I don't know if it's really unglorified. I mean, I didn't even go to the bathroom at that point. It'd be like, hey, Johnny, what's up? Oh, yeah, I don't know, just, I had underwear on, but, I mean, I don't know. I think it's all kind of the same. I think until you get to like the legit, we don't even know what the national tour is like. Maybe there is a little bit more to the national tour than the regional tour.
Maybe you're right.
Because, you go to AAA or AA or single A, those guys aren't flying in jets.
You'll have to
These guys are
text
taking
Bill about that guy.
I should have done my research on that one.
Yeah, we should find out
Hey,
if
do you have
there's
your own designated pee room?
not even that, but do you just have your own designated area to kind of do whatever?
Well, they have the paddock. I know that.
Yeah, but
There's
I mean,
stuff with bowling
I don't
balls.
understand why they can't have a change room and a paddock in the same area.
Well, they probably do.
Like
change
if you have a party room, why don't you? Yeah, like why wouldn't that be the changing room too? You know what I mean? Because it's not freely walking around, right? I would assume that you don't just let random people go into there.
No, you cannot go in there.
Yeah, so I'm just assuming that would be the change room.
I'm sure that's where they change.
I'm sure that's where most times they change because they didn't have a paddock at Binghamton. So the first one we went
in the
to,
bathroom, like
yeah,
we're talking about.
the first time we went to one at Airport Lanes. They had a paddock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was good. Yes, pizza wings, you are correct. And then the second one we went to, Glens Falls did not have one for us. Until like the second day, they said we could use the bar area. It wasn't really like a room where we can go into. We just put our stuff in there.
Yeah.
Then the third we went to was East Providence. They did have a room, a paddock room, but at the same time, a paddock room is kind of different though too, because we did have some PWBA players there. Okay, we had one, but still, like that'd be weird if I was like changing my pants. Boom, like
Yeah.
oh, this is weird.
Was it an actual closed off paddock, or was it more like
So it was at the end. It was at the end.
Buffalo, where it was an open bar?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even a bar. It was like a party room.
Okay.
It was like just a big party room. Yeah. So maybe instead of having paddocks like that, they would have to have like an individual, actual like legit locker room.
Yeah.
I don't think you could change it. So we'd have to see what the national tour says, because I don't think that the regional tour can't always offer paddock, right? So
No, you get what you get.
So I have another not so glamorous part about it.
Go.
Could you imagine losing in the finals to the person you are driving to the next tour stop with?
Oof.
does that happen?
It probably
Of course
has,
it does.
but just imagine like
I just win instead.
you can't say anything because like you're traveling with that guy for another week.
Yeah,
Dude,
but I
honestly,
think
let
those
me tell
guys
you
are in
something.
good spirits, though,
Well,
right?
yeah, but-
I mean,
Like,
I mean,
let me tell you
can't
something.
tell me when they lose, they don't get upset.
If I bowled
Especially
you,
if they're with
Yeah,
the
but,
person
like-
that they lost.
but you know that like you're gonna be pretty happy for the guy that won,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
mad at yourself. But like, I know what you're saying. Like, as the winner, you're gonna be like,
man, I can't believe he toppled the bucket over
So-
4 times.
So
you
where are
want
we
to
getting
go
dinner?
to Wendy's or Five Guys?
I mean, I'll pay.
I don't know. I don't know. The other thing too is like I said before I got off track, is the minor leagues do not travel glamorous.
No, they
or-
are busting
all.
it like everywhere.
Yeah, like I know there's people that I know that basically lived in their car
right,
while they were.
and
And
they get paid peanuts.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
they do have a locker room to go get changed into, but like when you go travel these places, you're literally taking a coach bus,
Yeah.
packed with all your things, with your 25 other teammates and their equipment, and you're like super close.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the tippity top of everything is kind of that is unglamorous. But yeah, I think it's the same. There are some for every sport until you get to the tippity top. So we would have to actually find out for the national.
There you
tour.
go. There's a thought. So Sarah just said, for those of you that aren't watching, but Sarah just said, unglamorous, lugging around multiple rollers through manual doors and up flights of steps.
We need Sherpers.
There,
What the heck does that mean?
I don't know, but maybe this is what she's referring to.
Sherpers?
Every stop must be required that you have a foreman. So, like, when you're walking in, they open the
you.
door for you as you're rolling your 15 bowling balls in. Although the PBA limit is 9, so you're only allowed 9 bowling balls in.
You can bring in as many as you want. In the paddock, you can have 9. I'm pretty sure
No,
you can roll down as many as you want.
No, you can have 9 in the center, and then you can utilize as many as you want, but you can only have 9 in the center. At least on the regional tour.
I don't know. I just bring everything with me. I don't even think twice about it. I don't know. I think the unglamorous goes with everything, K-Dog. I think you're just you're overthinking it.
I don't know if I'm overthinking it. It was a something I noticed.
Like an aha moment. Like,
Yeah, it was-
wow, I can't believe I just saw this guy get changed in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was just like, it was weird or funny to me that, like, yes.
You think about it. We're all technically at that point, like you are.
Like, we're all the same, just all getting our pants on 1 foot at a time.
Like, if you think about it, technically you're bowling a pro event, with a pro there, and you're like, what the freak did I just what just happened? Did you just get changed in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get fined for that?
Because Anthony's about to get fined because he's got his pullover on.
I almost got fined because I had my pullover on.
Yep.
I got a hand warmer now, though.
Yes.
So that's
What a
gonna help.
great
Thank you.
gift, Austin.
That was so thoughtful.
Man.
Is it working?
No, I didn't.
He's got to charge it up. He's got to juice it up.
I'm
Oh,
scared.
we got a charger over here. Let me see it.
He's got to charge it right here.
I got it right here, dude.
Came with.
I'm not ready yet. I got to figure it out.
I
I'm
should
gonna use it.
unbox it.
All right, so before we go, we want to ask you guys that are watching, Anthony has. We're not going to tell you what it is, but he has inside knowledge.
I do.
Yep. About what the next Brunswick bowling ball
You think I have
is
insider
going to be
knowledge? Kyle?
released. We want to get your guesses.
Do you really think it's insider knowledge? You think I think it's just a guess. I think I know what it is.
Oh, I thought you had inside knowledge.
Well, I mean, I know how to take the show to the lanes and teach lessons live. Doug, Dougie,
listen,
let
Doug.
me tell you something,
Listen,
Doug.
Doug, you couldn't handle this.
I don't need no daggone lesson. Why don't you call and give you a lesson, all right?
That's what he's asking
That's
for,
what
you
he's saying.
knucklehead.
Oh, I thought you wanted to give me a lesson.
Oh, you're an idiot. Learn how to read.
We need
all right,
one
so-
step up of a camera before
all right, so-
we start that.
So listen up, folks. We want to hear what you think the next Brunswick ball is going to be
Yeah,
in January. Give
the
us
next one is going to be probably dropping nearby
Yeah.
soon. They're going to tell you what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is. I think I do know what it is because you're right. I think somebody did tell me. So
any guesses. Let's go.
apparently Dom
Drop
Barrett
'em.
doesn't know. Dom should know. Dom should know. He should know what it is. And I think I
Why,
listen.
is
I
he
don't
hanging
know.
out with him? Is he watching? Dom, you watching? Want to come on?
Jesus. I think it's kind of obvious unless they come out with a second, unless they do a 2-ball release. I'm assuming they're just going to do a 1-ball because they only showed one on their website
Mm-hmm.
on the last social post. And I'm like 99% sure I know what it is, so I won't say what it is. But boys, what do you think it is? Do you have an idea? If you don't know, like you don't have to say names or anything, but just maybe type of ball. Here, let's just do type of ball, and everybody else can guess the same thing. Type of ball: asymmetric, symmetric, solid, pearl, hybrid. If you think you got a name, a hyperspeed. He posted on Facebook today. Oh,
I want to go way Brunswick old school. That's not way old school.
we're
but-
talking Brunswick as in Brunswick too. Like they just came out theirs.
Yeah,
Hammer's
like-
coming out with theirs, but just Brunswick
Yeah,
as
like
in,
real Brunswick.
like just
Brunswick name.
Brunswick.
Yeah.
Yep, just Brunswick brand.
Inferno.
That is actually not a bad guess. People are guessing that today.
Really?
Yeah, they actually a bunch of people have guessed that it was going to be an Inferno.
I'm not on the social, so I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
on the Facebooks.
No, you are. You're on mine.
No, I don't look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. What's your guess?
I don't have a name to guess, but I'd guess symmetrical.
Oh, I used to have an Inferno. I think that was the first cash I made on the Capital Region Bowling Show, was using the Inferno at the Palladium Bowling Center.
Really?
All right,
In
Kyle,
Albany.
reliving memories.
That
Yeah.
ball rolled good.
I did hear that there's a possibility of a duo release, but I didn't get clarification on that one.
Of all the bowling balls, why haven't they come back out with they all like to
They did.
re-release everything? They
They
redid
did.
the Inferno?
Yeah, a while ago.
Really?
Same core and everything.
Where was I? Sleep at the wheel?
Did they not call it the Inferno?
No, they did.
I think my dad
Red and
might
black and
have
everything?
It was the original blue. No, like the
and
light blue
orange, I
one.
believe, right?
Yep, blue and orange, pretty sure. They did remake an Inferno.
Yep, I'm asleep at the wheel. Okay.
Really?
I guess so. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be symmetrical.
The new one?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm assuming that they're going to put, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing at the cover. I know the name. I'm just assuming they're going to put HK22 on this ball.
5 years ago.
Yeah, I told you.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, where were
Okay.
you?
I think 5 years ago I wasn't in the game.
5
I
years
was kind of
ago.
just bowling league and not really paying attention.
That's the year we went to nationals.
No.
8/15/2017.
2017 we did not go to nationals.
When did we go?
2018
Okay, so that was right before you came back.
maybe.
I mean, it's okay, Kyle. You just, yeah, because you were still using a Vibe, a black Vibe up until
It's a good ball.
literally like 3 years
I
ago.
believe there's still an original Inferno sitting in our basement. Not
Huh.
kidding. I'll have to look.
I think your
I'm
dad
pretty
loved
sure
that ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, Inferno? Really? I
All right.
I'd never had one.
An Inferno? No.
Never had a one. Never had an Inferno. Come on, name something else that was popular.
A Brunswick? Oh, this was a Brunswick ball, I think.
I had a
Pretty
big
sure.
bully.
This was my first 300 ball, I think. A Power Blitz. Purple.
Buddy, you got me. That was before I was even born.
No.
When did you shoot your first
Twas
round?
a Brunswick.
Yeah.
When
it was
you-
purple, right? With yellow lettering. Power Blitz. And what year did it come out?
Power Blitz solid.
Yeah.
And there was a Power Blitz blue.
No, mine was purple. And
When did you shoot your first 300?
when I was 17.
Wow.
In high school.
I was-
Dell Lanes.
I was 13. No big deal.
Yeah, well, the game was easier, but when you were 13.
When you were 17, I was 9.
Yeah.
So 4 years.
Change that much. Cheater.
Well, you know,
What
when
was
you're
that called again?
when
What
you're
were we
good,
just
you're
looking
good.
Power Blitz?
at? Power Blitz?
I don't know. What else we got, Kyle? What else is on the
Nothing.
agenda for today? We talked about.
That's
some-
it, man.
That's it. That's all we had. The Unglorious today. We had the Unglorious chat.
Power Blitz Purple, May 12th, 1998. That's
Really?
when it was actually
Oh,
like
we have one more thing to talk about.
that,
All right, go
that's
ahead.
when the
We do.
USBC approved it.
We got one more thing to throw in there, and that's why we kind of made it kind of a mishmash today.
Okay.
We got our Saturday event.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
see?
Almost forgot.
Austin, above your head. May I? So, should I talk about this, or do you want to talk about this?
No, you go ahead.
9 years ago now. 9 years ago, in 2014, we had started. Actually, it was your father's idea, Austin. We had a little bet, me and your dad, who can strike and get across 24 lanes first. Strike. You couldn't move unless
I
you.
remember it.
Yep, and you had to strike to move on. So we did that, and then the next year, 2013, we must have did that. The next year, we're like, well, why don't we just make it a game, right? A full game.
24 frame game.
So we ended up in 2014 establishing our Christmas Eve bowling tournament. It is an invitational. It is a very small group of people. This is what we've got coming up this week, folks. Think about this. This has been going on for 9 years now. This will be the 9th champion. Well, I shouldn't say 9th champion because we've had some duplicates, but this will be our 9th year running it. What it is, it's one frame across each pair or each lane in the house. So you start on 1 and you go to 24. Now, the best part about this tournament, and both these guys have bowled it, everybody must start on lane 1. So we actually have to create pods of people, and that way the lanes do transition during practice. You can practice anywhere. And as the first group goes ahead, the other team players who are not bowling have to stay out of a certain zone up until they keep moving. And then we keep, rotating. So the guys start on 1 by the time
By
they get
groups of 4. Yep.
Yep, by groups of 4, I think we normally do. That way there's 2 score sheets there. It's all hand scored. There is no normal scoring for this. And everybody starts on lane 1 and goes to 24. I am defending my title this year. I'm one of 2-time champions. I am the highest scoring champion from last year as well. I don't know what the max is on this. Does anybody know the max? Is it 700?
Nope.
I think it's 700.
I have no idea how to figure that out.
I shot 637 last year. The next closest was myself at 590 before that. That was 2016. 2021, I won last year. That's a big number. Both these guys bowling it. It is a big event. Winner take all. I think it's like 10, 15 bucks a guy. I don't remember what we did. Winner take all event. So it makes it kind of cool. And the even better part of it, nobody can complain about the lanes because we let
You only
people.
get one shot too.
Yeah, we let people bowl the night before. We oil for whatever the night before is. We oil for the leagues. They bowl on it. We have a little bit of bowling in the afternoon, and we don't oil for them. And so whatever is left over on, that's what we bowl.
We do?
Yeah, we never oil. So 1 year, believe it or not, we had 8 lanes of sport shot mixed in there.
What?
That was a crazy year.
Yeah.
The
I don't remember that.
Yep,
last
that
2
was
or 3
that
pairs.
was 2020, the COVID year, or it might have been 21.
It was 21. It was 21A.
No, it wasn't last. It couldn't have been last year. It was the year before, 2020. 20 was the year where Matt Trestig won. We had a sport shot out, a 37-foot sport shot out on the
And
last 8
Nobody
lanes.
struck on the last.
Nobody really struck that much on the last 8. So a lot of people, what they would do is they would practice on those pairs, and wouldn't it be 660? I mean, whatever it is, Sarah. I mean, I
She
bowled pretty good
credits
last year.
herself.
If it's that high, then there's no way that
No,
Anthony
she
shot
corrected
630. That's way too many.
Never say never. I bowled good last year, actually. I didn't strike on like 2 lanes.
No way.
I have the sheet. Anyways, we'll bring that up next time. But yeah, so this year we have our leagues on Friday night. And then on Saturday it might be 720. There you
720,
go.
there you go.
Okay, thanks. Sarah, you're the best.
She sat there and penciled it out.
She did. So the 24th lane is the 10th frame. So you do get 3 shots on
Yeah.
it. But yeah, so we will be bowling this Saturday at 11:30. We start. If people are in the area, they can stop by. It is we are maxed out. We only allow 25 players because it takes a little bit of time. And just think about it this way: the person who ends, who is number one, because we draw for position, who ends, will finish before the last person starts.
Yeah.
In
And
theory.
if you draw one, you're the unluckiest player in the entire field.
'Cause everybody
which I have
looks for
done
the-
before.
People look for the reads.
I don't think anyone's won from the one spot.
No, nobody has won from the one spot.
How can you?
I think
But for the most part, it's been early in the event that
typically,
guys
yeah,
that
the
win.
winner
The
never
first, like,
comes down to
10,
the end.
15.
Your dad has finished second like 4 times, and he's always like at the back of the pack, and sometimes he doesn't get it. He did win the original year, and so the reason behind this is our trophy here. This medal is glued on. We actually have the names of the winner on the back, and what it is you're gonna be like, why do you have this thing? The legend goes that when we started this, I made this trophy for the winner of the 2014 player. And so what happened was Art won, Austin's dad. And so the next year we got together and we were like, all right, Christmas, hey, this is what we're doing for Christmas Eve. And everyone's like, yep. So we start bowling. We get done. This is like when we only had like 5 or 6 people. Like it was a super small event and it has spread out to a little bit bigger. Artie gets done before, and he goes, hey, I got the trophy in my car. He literally walked out to his truck and was like, I never took this out of my truck for a full year. So now this piece of cardboard with paper wrapped around it has gone to New Jersey because we had a guy, one of our buddies moved to New Jersey. He has won. He is a 2-time champion. He actually won 2 years back to back.
That trophy, I don't think you understand how many miles that trophy.
This
saw in his
trophy
truck.
has gone pretty far.
in his truck. That probably traveled 30,000-40,000 miles. a
And
year.
it's gone to New Jersey. And it's come back. So all of this here sat in the pro shop all year. And the winner of it this year will take it home for a full year and bring it back. And we do actually yell at everybody, you must not lose this trophy. If you lose this trophy, we kick you out. So it is going to be a fun time. It is a different type of event. We always do something weird here. We've got Thanksgiving bowling. We've got Christmas Eve bowling. And yeah, we do start early so that way.
I'm just ready for the 64-man double elimination tournament.
I'm just glad that
Gotta make it.
I
First.
got my free entry already.
Oh, you do?
so-
All right.
Yeah. We do have a good time on those days. So we'll start 11:30 so everybody can get to their families after. But it is a new event that not a lot of people do. I don't know if anybody bowls on Christmas Eve. Does anybody know if anybody bowls on Christmas
There's
Eve?
a couple tournaments, I think, but
I don't know.
they're all
I'm bowling.
They're not private.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that.
No, this is a private event. We lock it up. Keep
You can
25
make
people
fun of
max.
stuff.
Yeah, no, come on down. If you know how to keep score, it'd be greatly appreciated because it's all on paper, and some of these young guys don't know how to keep score.
Yes.
You can just say me.
You don't know how to keep score?
Come on, Austin.
Jesus, mother of
Jeez
God.
Louise.
Listen,
I mean-
I bowled for Gildan. We didn't have to do anything besides throw the ball down the lane.
Hey, so now that we're talking about this here, okay, what's your predictions on? We've got the numbers here. So anywhere from 548 was the lowest year. Wow, and the highest is 637.
Well, what's going on
I'm shooting 5
Friday night?
Friday night we've got
Just normal leagues?
we've got leagues all night. Now it depends too because it is supposed
Probably
to
gonna be
rain.
some
It is supposed to rain, or it's supposed to snow, rain tomorrow all day, and then
Or
freeze
snow.
at 3 p.m. It's supposed to freeze at 3 p.m. So there's an
You're not-
opportunity.
You're not gonna have a lot of people here tomorrow, probably.
I think everybody's gonna show up. I'm not saying they're not, but there is an opportunity that if people cancel, you're gonna have some fresh lanes. Also, the lanes sit out overnight, so that means the oil typically gets a little stickier, so the lanes
And
play really
Anthony's
weird.
Sitting here practicing.
Yep.
I don't
all night
find-
long?
No,
All
no.
night
I don't
long.
have time for that. All right. So what do you guys think is going to be the number this year? We've had winners from 548 is the lowest to 637. What do you think is going to take this year? The house shot goes out. It is all second shift. What's it going to be?
580 to 590.
I was gonna say 594.
Really? Let's
Yeah.
say 720.
Nope.
It's going to be me. No, I think this year they're going to play a little bit weird because I think
You're bowling?
we're going to have a little bit of open play and stuff like that. So I think that the open play is going to push to it down a little bit more. Sometimes like on Saturdays, normally the junior leagues will bowl, and we would actually bowl after the junior leagues. That is an actual thing.
Sarah said 601.
That's a lot. Okay, Sarah, I like the guess. If you guys can guess it, we'll get you a gift. The exact number.
Mhm.
The exact
Mhm.
number will get you a gift. So put your
Not
in the
Anthony though,
comments.
because he doesn't get people gifts apparently.
But yeah, so actually traditionally on Saturday we have oiled in previous past and had the kids bowl, but the kids are not bowling this year.
Right.
So we will be getting
They don't start
day-old.
their next session until after New Year.
Right. So we will not be having any bowling on it the day before. There's no fresh oil. The oil will be old. It will be second shift.
It'll be dusty.
It's gonna be unbelievable.
Sandbox.
I don't know. What's your strategy going to it? We can chat about it quick. We got like 2 minutes left. Do you guys have a strategy when you bowl this every year?
Yeah, I already mentioned mine. I'm going left of everyone and just wheeling the lane.
Okay.
Pitch it to the ditch.
Do you have any ball choices?
Whatever hooks.
Okay. Do you change balls in the middle of it? I just want to know what your thoughts are.
I usually try to zone out the house, so I'll skip 5 lanes, practice, skip 5 lanes, practice, skip 5
And
lanes.
figure out what you're gonna
And
do.
then on the way back down, I try to hit the ones I didn't, just so I can see if there's like, oh, this zone here is a little tighter, so maybe this gives me a better app. But I don't think I've ever switched balls. I think I've thrown the same ball the whole way down.
Yeah, I don't think you can switch balls in this.
I don't think so.
No, you literally just grab. You say this ball looks good today. Let's see what it
Yeah.
does.
It's not
You
like
try
the
to find
lane.
the
The
best
lanes
one.
aren't changing as you go across. Like
Oh, they can.
Barely.
yes, but what I mean is
Barely,
like
though,
it's not
barely.
like you're experiencing something that you can go, oh, I need to change balls. Like it's like
Yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna get in the next lane.
right, and you're just you just got to deal with what you got.
Yeah, I think
and you just stick with the ball.
I think the funny thing too is that has made it a little more interesting the past few years is that we allow people to continue practice because there is such a big in between. You can't just go in cold, so we actually let the other people practice.
I think we
on
should
the higher
vote for a
pairs.
shotgun start.
Well, then we're all gonna have to bowl in a certain lane and move to the right.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's a terrible idea.
I'm just saying.
You don't. There is
We're
no.
keeping the same set.
This is freaking format from 2014. All right, this is what's
You
it called?
can go find a new one, Kyle.
Yeah, find your own. Make your own. I don't think you can change balls, and I think that the practicing in between makes it different too, which makes it more interesting,
Yeah.
especially on the left.
Just rip the cover off the ball. You'll strike.
That's right. Go left, throw right. All right, guys, it is time for us to go bowling. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell to get alerts from the channel. Check out the Etsy shop, and let's see here. Oh, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
The tweet machine.
That's right. If you can't watch a show, you can always download and listen from your favorite podcast outlet. And while you're doing that, please give us a 5-star review. Excuse me. You can email us at downlanepod@gmail.com. And you can give us some suggestions for show topics if you'd like. Thank you to Austin VanBuren for these awesome hats, awesome gifts, and awesome show tonight.
Yeah, Merry
Well
Christmas.
done. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all. And to all, good night. No, thank you to Jack Scaccia, proprietor of Town and Country Lanes. Thank you to Anthony for
Not getting gifts and being a loser.
showing up tonight.
Still a great show, though.
Good show tonight. Thank you to my...
You were going to give me a fist pump, but then you didn't.
No, I wasn't going to. I wasn't even going to raise my hand. Thank you to my family, Stephanie, Zach, and Ethan.
Jam bread.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you guys next week before the new year.
We'll see you next year.
This is Down Lane Podcast.